Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with another episode of my collector playthrough, and kind of working on the base here a little bit, or not the base, but the warehouse, storage crafting area. Get this out of here. All right. So I went ahead and put a little bit of a front porch on this, and got some crafting stations moved over now. House is feeling kind of empty now when you get down to it, but let's see. We've got this basically random storage here, right? But went ahead and got some overhangs put in, and kind of thinking it needs a bit more, but I'm not going to work on it right now. I've got this weird cap on the end so that the pillar matches up and everything. I figured why not. But, wow, 10,000 narcotic though. I wonder where the rest of it is. Let's go ahead and feed ourselves an egg. Now, here, I can't really see it that well. There we go. There's kind of a weird little gap right there, so I made these up. What the hell? Up, up. I can't reach it. Dang it. There we go. But yeah, see, there's this weird kind of little step in here. So I built these accent blocks. Go there. Hopefully that helps a bit. I don't know. I'll put them in and try it, I guess. There we go. So I need doors for here. I completely forgot to make those. Let's see. Doors, hatches, double door with windows, please. Thank you. And go ahead and get these things in. There we go. And they just slide into the walls when you walk up, which is kind of handy, I guess. Go. First time drinking water, it's always got that little bit of a lag. Probably do something about this too. It just doesn't quite feel big enough, this overhang. But don't know. And going through some of the materials I've got, and probably going to have to start covering up windows. But kind of worry about that after I get some of the steampunk stuff over here. Because like this thing still has items inside of it. Glass panels and the copper ore. And let's just go ahead and do a pickup on that. And then this thing is full of coal and spark battles. Grab that out. We're going to go ahead and pick that up and leave that there for now. And ready to pull from there. Actually, go ahead and grab a coal. There we go. Just to make sure everything works like I want it to. Hello, little Dodick. Yeah. You better hope that corner source doesn't get hungry. Alright. Up. So what I was thinking about doing is... let's go ahead and... how badly does this... does it clip into the wall if I line it up here, right? And... let's see. There we go. Okay, I'm going to have to... stop that. Put that away. There we go. Now it's lined up right. So if I line this up here, right? Kind of line it up on that line. And if we go third person, yeah, see it clips into the wall. Why can I not? Oh no. Oh, dang it. Um, right. I was holding Alt and hit S, which opens up the interaction for the Super Spyglass, which since we're an Alt camera is not showing up. Um, no. I don't know how to get out of this now. I locked the game up. All right, fixed it. I just had to click out of the window, which in full honesty I was doing because of get this lined up again here. I was going to task manager out, right? So I'm going to zoom out a bit more so I can see what I'm doing. How's that look? Still kind of in the wall a bit. Just barely inside the room. All right, and it's not a tripping hazard or anything. It's, wow. That thing is like basically exactly, well, one foundation. No, actually, it's bigger than a foundation in all directions. Okay. So what I was thinking about doing, though, is getting some of these placed down, say, here-ish. Like that. And then in this one, we can put, like, the copper ore. In this one, we can have, like, glass panels. In this one, we can do coal. Which means now I can bring out this. Too far from source. I was afraid of that. And the top one, I don't think I actually need up there. All right, so just those three. And then I can put this down right about here-ish, right? A little far from the wall, but it does kind of line up with the other machines. So now the grinder and power recycler is probably not going to work in here. Just not enough room. That is a huge machine. So there is, however, an HG grinder, a high-tech mini grinder, which will do pretty much exactly the same stuff. And this is a lot smaller. Right. Let's go ahead and about like that maybe, and rotate 180 that direction. All right, go ahead and turn that thing on. And we should be good to go on that front, I think. Because I have one more of the CKF benches that I want to put here, the masonry one. Go here. And open up. Thank you. Now, let's go ahead and bring this back out. And we're going to... You're too far away from the sword. Okay. Well, let's... There we go. Wow, yeah, that really loaded you up, didn't it? Actually, can I just, like, bump into this thing here? I could if the Cornusaurus wasn't right in the way. Oh, I pissed off a Dodic. I did trample damage to it. I love how far things get punted. Alright, and now I'm all sorts of psychotic, so we're going to generate a little bit of malignant here. There we go. 11,807 items transferred. Which works out good. I should probably do something with the front of that. Does look a little strange with the slopey bit and the straight bit, and yeah. Figure something out for that. But we have all of our coal over here now, which is awesome. And the downside is you can't pull for coal in here. But, oh well, I'll work it out. Alright, so let's go ahead then. And yeah, that torch probably doesn't need to be there anymore. See what else we got over here that... this thing... Well, I did produce some belladonna residue. Eat it and you'll see a strange effect. Okay, that was definitely a strange effect. What are you doing? You... Yeah, okay, sniper rifle. Is that raptor running away from something then? Oh yeah, hey, look at you. Oh, you decided you wanted to eat the quets. Yeah, this is usually kind of funny because... Dang it, I shot the doe dick. Huh. The sword does no damage. Will my pick do any damage to this thing? No, no, actually it doesn't. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get a little bit of harvesting action on that. So, did I get everything out of this power recycler over here? No, I did not. 446 pounds. Yeah, now I can do that. And I am just going to go ahead and pick up this stuff. And 300 pounds of coal. Wow, really? And oh, you are just full of leather. Look at you. Transfer. Set source. All right, Wyvern, what's your weight capacity? 1,200. Yeah, that didn't work out quite so well, did it? Okay, I can put it to the quets though, right? Yeah, I completely overloaded my my Wyvern there. All right, you can do this though, right? Keep forgetting how slow these things are too. Like I had an idea to use the quets as a mobile taming platform, but they are honestly just so slow. You know what though? How much of that stuff can we do a deposit with? Can I not? Nope, can't quite reach that because of the railings in the way. Okay. One of the reasons this is over here. Boink. 14,000 items deposited. So, yeah. I should have just done a hit deposit too for the stuff I have got on me because all that just got put away. And now I'm 440 pounds. Oh, the metal ingots. Yeah. Okay. That's what that last one can be used for. Grab that. That and this, right? Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. Slow, but it's tolerable. Now, Strider. Oh, yeah, you still got a bunch of stuff in you as well, don't you? Okay. Things still in the Strider box. No, that's empty. Okay. Ah! Whoa! The. Alright, that was kind of weird. Alright, and let's go ahead and put this down for our funky iron. Stuff that doesn't stack in. There we go. So what was this thing called again now? This is the high-tech storage box. Okay. Can I get like 2 more of these? And there's some high-tech stuff that I want to make today too, because I want to play around with it a little bit. All right, so in here we've got, yeah, like funky iron. We've got scrap metal, drops and stuff. HG does this all the time too, where objects don't line up with foundations. Like this is like roughly maybe 2/3 of a foundation. Probably not quite even that. But yeah. I want to like the mod more, but some design decisions are just a bit on the annoying side. All right. And I think we're okay-ish for now. So I've got basically miscellaneous stuff that needs to be sorted still. But this is going to be structures and whatnot that I haven't got around to using. And there is a high voltage sign, which I thought was kind of cool. All right, and then there's like, I've got lights in here, but that'll work because that's where the lights are made. So, all right, let's look at some of this tech stuff though. We go to the HG menu, and that's foundations. Electrical. All right, there is an autocomposter. Pick up dino and human feces, convert poop into high quality compost. Put spoiled meat from high tech fridge, or pull spoiled meat from a high tech fridge or high tech dedicated box. Pull thatch, automatically distribute fertilizer crop plot. Deposit berries and veggies to a high tech refrigerator or a high tech dedicated. So yeah, this thing is like severe farm automation. High tech converter, convert any resource fast. I have no idea. We're gonna try that one. Can I convert the weird metal to the good metal? Maybe. Find your lost dinos and port him to the dino finder. Really? Okay. Go and grab that. Let's see. High tech dino storage. Keeps dinos for storage. That's like a cryo fridge, I'm pretty sure. High tech gotcha feeder. It is feed gotcha, collect white traps from HG crop plots, crack gotcha crystals. High-tech cryo fridge. Okay, cryo fridge versus dino storage. Oh, is this like a vivarium then? Could be. Air conditioner. High-tech bumblebee. Pull rare flowers from dedicated storage. Distribute rare flower to beehives. Pull honey from beehives and deposit it to dedicated storage. And, okay. All right, interesting. High-tech fridge. We have the high-tech feeding trough. The radar. Scan, mark, and kill enemy dinos. I played around with this on the volcano map when I was doing that playthrough, and I never did figure out how it worked. We have a sleeping pod, trash can, Chem Bench. Chem Bench would be a good idea, I think. Maybe. Probably. And then the high-tech cooker, which I'm not going to worry about because I've got other options. Now, lamps, there is a floodlight. There's a gate lamp. That's just the HG Dino gate. And then there is the fence lamp. It connects to the dino fences. Which, yeah, you can make a high-tech Jurassic Park setup here if you want. Which is kind of cool. Maybe later on I will. I don't know. Ramps and steers. Yeah. The mod creator is German, so I'm not going to give him too much crap about spelling. But sometimes. Right, so that's kind of That was that stuff, right? Storage structures, maybe? Crafting. Here we go. The HG high-tech mini forge. All right. Are there any other like machines or whatnot? Crafting. Here we go. There's the replicator, mini grinder, and the blueprint maker. All right. So what is, wow, it's not as big as I thought it might be. What is your deal, right? High-tech converter. Okay, so it's a meat spoiler. And I can apparently make jerky in here. And I can refine scrap metal into metal. All right. We can make the different crystals if we wanted to. Okay. Black pearls from obsidian. Wow, 1-to-1 obsidian? Silica pearls from stone. Polymer from organic polymer. Oil from bacillo oil. Leech blood from blood packs. All right, that could definitely be handy. Let's see. Chem Bench would be probably a good idea to set down. Try to get it somewhat lined up here. Go ahead and turn that on. Mutagel. Gas crafted gasoline. Mutagen from Mutagel. Okay. You can make mutagel from 4 mutagen. Oh, that's, yeah. Clay. Salt. Spark powder. Minting paste. Gunpowder. Propellant. Absorbent substrate. All the fun stuff, right? But this is the Chem Bench recipes for this. So if we wanted, say, like 100 spark powder recipes, it's 800 flint and 400 stone. And it makes bonus spark powder as well. And fairly quick, too. I'm okay. I'm happy with that. Now, how big is this radar? Can I place it here? And, wow, it actually fits under that. Okay. Activate Dino Detector. Show range. Is not big. Start dino tracking. Right. That is a tiny, look at that. The range went out to like this rock from that thing. Messages. French try block, show dino tracking, show entered zone message. Okay. Right. So, yeah, the range is just pitiful on this thing. Stop dino tracking. Deactivate it. Okay. The range will go away on its own after a while, I guess. There's like no options for like. Well, then what the hell is the point of this if your range is literally like 3 foundations? There is like a, I think it's just for like a kill option, maybe. It did say something about, was it scan, mark, and kill enemy dinos in range? It's basically just like a very short range turret then. All right, high-tech autocomposter. Okay, so go ahead and maybe get this one here and try it out. Oh yeah, 25 dinos. This is a vivarium. Okay. Access inventory. Males increase chance, females, same species lay eggs. Oviraptors decrease interval. Females do not produce poop, they produce eggs instead. First generator dinos will lose all items when placed inside. Now I can go here to add dinos, and yeah. So I can just pick up dinos in the immediate area then. Right, so Let's grab like a generating dino. Like an Akatina, I think would be a good option, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab my Akatinas out here. Didn't I have more that I brought over from the island? I did. Right, there's 3 more. See how this works for... Okay, let's check this out here. Lance. Okay, I can grind that up so we can test out that grinder as well. Alright, so you... Actually, I need to... These guys on the ground first, I think, right? Alright, so you were... Like, there's my 2 high levels. There was the 2 521s. They were 3 36s whenever I tamed them, I think. Add dinos. Close. Right. Expecting nothing. Eggs, poop, eggs and poop. You remove dinos. Okay. Alright, so I guess... Oh, that's kind of cool. You look at it and it actually shows you what's in there. Alright. Let's see. Grinder. Drop you in. That's a pretty good amount of resources. And wasn't there like an option? Collect from gotcha feeder. Low collecting range. Yeah, start to distribute to a dedicated box, right? Are you going to work with your own... Oh yeah, look at that. You did. Sweet. Okay, so that one's taken care of then. So anything I grind will automatically get put into the boxes. Now, there was... Isn't there like a breeding thing here? Let's just look up like Dino, right? Huh, Tech Dino Gate. That's kind of cool. High-tech Dino Elevator. Oh, nice. Dino Gate. Dino Finder. Okay. Good. Rid of that. Okay. So, miscellaneous. Here we go. There's a high-tech teleporter, wall sign, breeding box. Element needs to breeding station. Place next to the breeding station. Story element in this. Okay. The high-tech breeding station allows nearby dinosaurs to be hitched, shrink dinos, and save space. Then random mutation impulse. Then melee, health, stamina, food, oxygen, speed, or weight mutation. Needs mutagen crystal in the breeding box. Activate breeding on all dinos in area. Large breeding area. All right, interesting there. What are you? High-tech sign. Okay. Water tank. Crop plots. A high voltage sign. Tech healing and repair. I want one of these. And a high-tech personal teleporter. Running a dino teleport is not allowed. Only teleport private alliance dinos player can teleport. Okay. In other words, you can't teleport wild dinos or other people's dinos with the with this. And right click to drop a marker, left click to teleport. I'm guessing the right click is so you can teleport back, maybe? I need 50 element shards. Okay. Right, so can I make shards in here? I can. I need... Just pull for 1. Yeah, it gives me 100, okay. So is this... How does this teleporter work out? Tech teleporter, high-tech teleporter, okay. Right. Is it going to finish rendering in, or is it just going to stay looking that muddy? Might just stay looking that muddy, right? Interesting. Okay, so can I place another marker here? Okay, you can place 1 marker. All right. I take teleporter beacon. Also, that's where I died last. right? But I can use that beacon multiple times. Okay. Interesting. Could be useful. Let's check on our Dino Storage here. Nothing yet. Okay. So, okay, the other thing or wanted I have on me. Right, we got our storages there. I'm going to put this thing down right here. Access inventory. Each element to activate can heal player, can repair equipment and items in slots. Right, which, let me go ahead and do this and then re-equip it. That way it shows the right armor values. Let's just pull. I can pull anything I want, looks like. Just one element, right? Done. Activate. And all my hotbar stuff's repaired. My armor's repaired. Not bad, actually. One element to auto-repair everything is not horrible. Alright, I'm not too sure about the radar, though. Like, where are all the raptors coming from? Are they running down from up there? Maybe. Huh, there's my little teleporter beacon thing. I don't think that's ever going to go away, honestly, at this point. I think it's going to be just a thing that's always there. So let's just do here, right? How much does that thing weigh anyway? Half a pound. Okay. Now we still have this dino finder, which is decently sized. Right. Oh my god, you're bright as hell too. That is like icy ring bright. Activate. Find tribe dinos. Alright, so Megalosaurus. Okay, yeah, we're not touching them. Segnosaur, that is up at the museum. With my Colobo. Two Colobos up there. And then cooldown. Okay. So, and there's an option to hide that cooldown. So I can do one dino like every 15 seconds. It does require power. Let's just go ahead and pick this thing up for now. And I'm going to put it behind here. That is, it can be handy. I can definitely see how it can be handy. But my god, it's bright. Why is that tree over there just like glowing so much? Look at that thing. It's like radioactive. That is, yeah, it's one of my crop trees. Oh, well. I bet the Lamantria too, but it didn't die. Almost. Alright, awesome. So, well, there's that playing with stuff. Is there anything else over there I could, maybe mess around with real quick? Well, okay, I got booted off my Giga for some reason. Anything? Yeah, I don't think they produce Acatina paste in there. Oh well. So miscellaneous. Okay, there was a sign. There's water cooler repairing. Breeding box. Actually, I'm kind of curious about this one. Right, wow, it's tiny. Look at that. 10 mutagens to make a mutagen crystal. Okay. And it's used as mutagen impulse for the breeding station. I wondered how that worked. That's what I was curious about. Let's go ahead and be picked up then. And we're just going to put you back in here, because I think I'm just going to stick with the breeding that I've got going on. Well, there is like the S plus mutator, right? That's also a thing. Yeah, this thing. Unleashes the full power of element to alter dinos in powerful ways. And it's really not that big either. I could always just put that there too. Okay, it requires 10 element for a pulse. The mutated eggs give birth to mutated offspring. Multiple stacks increase stat gain per mutation. Irradiated dinos cannot move. Gender swap dinos will be immune to further gender change for 6 hours. Okay. Grants a random gender to nearby genderless dinos. Lasts for 6 hours. May be refreshed by subsequent pulses. Gender will not change when buff is refreshed. Does not affect mechs. Okay. And to breed, the normally cannot. All dinos conceived this way will be gestated. Okay. Some dinos do not have a baby state and will be birthed fully grown. They will fall under the mesh unless they are elevated. That may be what happened with the trilobites back on the island. Does not affect mechs or corrupted. Stops nearby dinos from aging. Age frozen dinos will eat at 1/10,000th of their normal rate. Corrupts one nearby creature. Only converts normal creatures with corrupted versions. Imprinting will be kept if activated by imprint player. Converts one nearby dino to their aberrant version, to their X version, to their VR version. Oh, that's kind of cool then. Okay, babies grow up faster, and mutation. Okay. So there's no R version, but there is a VR version. All right, you come here. I have got... Really? Huh. Okay. It didn't have a pickup option. I know I placed less than 5 minutes ago. There we go. I need some element, please. Element was right here. Grab like 10 of that out for a pulse. I don't have my trank stuff on me, do I? Hey, look, darts. Actually, I know I do. That's what this gun here is. Yeah, let's put that there for now. And I don't know why I ran all the way back here. Oh, thirsty. There we go. And can I get some of this, right? All right, come back here, Sally. All right. Raptor, 312. Right next to where I started from, too, and I didn't even notice it. All right. And where's my... Oh, there he is. All the way over there. I'm like, where's my Rosotus at? Oh, I can try for a twofer here, actually. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to get this put down. You can go into here. You do that. I don't want to do anything to you, so... Wow, 13 fertilized display eggs, huh? Let's go to... I did not mean to do that one. Cooling down. Crap. Aberrant X VR. I meant to do this one. This version. Let's go ahead and... tease this a bit if we can. I mean, I did burn up the element, but at least this way I don't have to wait for the 5 minutes till, Yeah, I should have changed the mode first before I, XVR, right? Wow. That's a bit unfortunate, because I would have tamed that raptor if I'd known that. Alright. Max level VR raptor would have been kind of cool, too. If it works, right? Let's see. Pull. Try again. Well, no, it doesn't work, and it... I need to get... I need to do something so the stuff quits growing around here, honestly. And it's like whenever I relog the world, then the bushes come back regardless if they're growing on a structure or not. Right, so where did that Lamantria go? I was trying to set up in a hurry so I could try to catch a wild dino in the pulse as well. Okay, is there a show range? There is, okay. Range is really not all that great. Okay. I know there's VR Lamantrias, but I don't have one all that close to me here. Okay, I don't think there's a Procoptodon one. There are a lot of Lamantrias down here and not a lot of anything else. I mean, usually you can find, like, a couple Trikes and some Stegos over here, but... not having a lot of luck there. Get out of here. Kangaroos, man. Alright, so you do that. We're going to go ahead and hide range. You have stuff in your inventory. Okay. And, let's see. 2920, right? Okay. VR mode. Great virtual pulse. Charging. Came to a corrupted Dinotaur. Lower health, though. Look at that. Same level, but it looks like it rerolled the stats. Or Dinotaurs just have, like, a, an issue, right? And anything that was in his inventory got dropped in a bag. Okay. Equip saddle to ride. Here's a question. Do you respond okay to being picked up like that? Because all of a sudden, I think I may have to go down the Dinotaur list and name some stuff to convert them over. Because normally you only ever see him in the Genesis boss arena. But do you like regular kibble? Okay. Right, so you're probably tanked. Right, how's your health looking? Your health's fine, okay. 180, 288. Because there's no Dinotaur versions of the Lamantria, right? I have sedative potions on me, which is fine. But I'm going to need one of those. But I need, oh, it's like a wide awake potion, right? Okay, give me that. We needed 3 regular kibble, I think it was, and then we're going to need mutton for the raptor. All right, hey raptor, there you go. Waiting for this to tame. There we go. That's going to happen otherwise. But it's going to pop open the little dialogue, and then I'm not going to be happy with that. Let's see. Well, the spyglass doesn't show me the taming percentage, but yeah, you got knocked down to 64% by this raptor. So we're going to do that. Wake you up. We're going to shoot you again. Knock you out. I'm going to go ahead and get into the cloud here. That's not great. Sedative. And that. We got our Lamantria now. All right, let's go ahead and go get our more element. I think I can do the polling if I'm not riding a dino. It seems to be acting a little weird lately, ever since the last update. So something I think has changed on the polling. It doesn't like to happen on dinos anymore. And I should have a Lamantria saddle, right? Oh, I never checked. You, right? You do pop out of the bottle, okay, right? Yeah, you do. Okay, cool. Let's see. That's equipment. Saddles is over here. I should have a stupid amount of lament. No, actually, I grind them. I grind them up quite often. Let's see. Pterosaur, Phaomia, Raptor would be here. How would I just do this? And we'll just pull for like 2 of those. I don't necessarily want an Ascendant on these guys right now, so. All right, and you can go back. Huh. There's no inventory. Oh, whoops. I just threw my a panda. The saddles are a moot point for these guys then, huh? There's equip saddle to ride. Hold for more option. There's no access inventory here. There is a mating option, though. All right, come here. And what is your cooldown? Cooldown, it looks like it's passed, actually. Still in VR version, okay. Lamantria. I'm wondering if the VR version is just the Dinotaurs or also the VR version of the... Yeah, it's just the Dinotaurs, okay. Dang it. Oh, well, I got Lamantria now. I'm just gonna leave you here for now, I think. Oh, good, it didn't affect you any. I completely forgot to put them away first. Oh, man, good Thalassotromeus is hard to come by, actually. Alright, so one last thing to check out is... Go. Dino Storage update? And I mean, not realize it? I mean, look at that. That's a lot more information, and he's healing inside of the capture pod. Oh, that's kind of cool. With a soul trap. Yeah, Source Genesis Vanilla, Orbit Falls, Target, da 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 da. That is cool. Actually, I like that new overlay. Alright, so we got a boy and a girl Dinotaur. Behavior. Male mating. Yeah. Problem, right? I can't access their inventory. Because they don't have one, apparently, so I can't even level these things up. Alright, so you had 1,500 health, 1,500 health, okay. It does roll the stats up, you know, like normal, right? 61 levels, 68 levels. I wonder if there's a way to, like, force equip a saddle onto these things. I mean, I can always force tame it to be able to ride these, but... I don't know. I'll have to kind of play around with things a bit. Alright, well, what is your like 50% roughly? Okay. So, equip saddle to ride. Yeah, you click that and it just... Okay, here's an option, maybe. If I put you here... That's the only thing in your inventory, right? It's just that? Okay. Or set. Item transferred, right? No? Nope. Okay. Dang. I was hoping. So, like, somehow if I can get a saddle into your inventory, can I somehow make you equip it? Options. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on there either. I wonder if there's some sort of remote dinosaur inventory viewing, like gun or something. Dropped a fertilized raptor egg. Okay. I think this one is set to incubate. So you can go into here. It takes like 30 seconds for it to do a pulse or whatever. You know what, though? I've got all these flipping eggs on me now. Just, put them all in here. There goes. Incubation is at 3. All right. Should be fine. Now, I know it was incubating here just a second ago. Yep. Oh, too hot now? Really? All right, let's try it again. Too hot. Do you have an insulation buff like radius around you at all? No. Okay. Don't think anything down here has that. Okay. If we can we just drop it in here maybe? Still too hot. I've got things to produce heat, but I don't have anything to like cool down. Artoras, Daedon, Dilophosaur, Diplo. I don't have any Dimetrodons in here. Do I have any in here? Nope. That is a stupid amount of eggs, though. Did I tame any? I did. That's my Arizonasaur. So they might have a bit of a radius on them. I know that when you're on them, you get the insulation buff, but... Hey, look at that. Okay, and it just got picked up. So here you. Come back with me, right? There you go. I believe it would be in here then. All right. It is a Source Primal Vanilla, or Primal Earth Vanilla Raptor Baby. It does say status unclaimed, though, which is odd. So they gave birth to an actual raptor, but with like really kind of interesting colors. Here. Have one of those, right? Here. There you go. Yeah, they got the colors from the Dinotaur parents, but not... Alright, so I could make some, like, Uber Raptors and then corrupt them. Or then turn them into Dinotaurs anyway, I should say. I could corrupt them, too, actually, if I want to corrupt the dinos. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route, though, with getting everything. But I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one. Signing out. Have fun.